Google just dropped a massive update and it is not looking good. Traffic is crashing. Websites are losing their rankings overnight, and even big brands are panicking. And is this a beginning of Google's downfall? Today we'll break down what is happening, who is being hit the hardest, and whether Google made the biggest mistake in its history. Let's start. Probably every Google's update shakes the internet, but this one is different, and here is why. Last year, in May, Google presented its Google AI Search Overview on Google I/O. The biggest change here is that Google introduced AI-powered overviews on top of search results. So now, instead of just links, Google is going to pull summary of your search query. It uses the most relevant information, can use different perspective, and also it uses different sources. This basically looks like standard Gemini or ChatGPT answer you see in almost all of the LLM models. But you can ask me, what's wrong with this update? Basically, this update will kill web as we know, and it will kill websites, we all know. First of all, it impacts website traffic because Google provides a summary or answer on your question instead of pulling links and websites, and you are not clicking on these links. Probably you will prefer to read the summary and you will have less intention to click on any of the links below. Speaking of specific industries and websites that are impacted the most, I would highlight websites that are focused on guides, how-to-dos, answering specific questions or providing factual information, because now Google can just summarize all of the answers from all of these websites and give you a summary instead of providing you with links to these websites. Now let's speak about how exactly this update is killing and destroying websites. So every website needs monetization and traffic, and for many sites search traffic is one of the most important traffic sources. And if this website will not get any users from search, eventually it will lead to website shutdown. All of the websites need human traffic because websites sell ads and products, and if website will not get any search traffic or human traffic, it will lose its monetization. Website owners will not be able to sell ads or sell products from this website. And previously, search traffic was one of the biggest traffic sources for smaller creators because they tailored their content towards some search queries, and obviously this update will impact them the most. And in general, it will hurt smaller publishers first because this Google update is biased towards big news publishers and will use their information, their content for all of these AI overviews, and these AI overviews will contain links to these big news outlets, leaving even small chances for these small websites to be visible. Now I want to focus on the history of Google updates because it will help us to shed some light on their strategy and how they see industry and what they're going to do next. So let's start with one of the most famous updates, Panda, in 2011. This update targeted low quality thin content and websites with duplicate content, keyword stuffing, or generally poor writing were hit hard. Penguin, 2012. Penguin focused on unnatural link building. Hummingbird, 2013. This was complete overhaul of Google search algorithm, focusing on semantic search and understanding the meaning behind queries. Mobilegedon, 2015. This update emphasized mobile friendliness. And then 2022, helpful content update. This recent update aimed to reward content written for people, not search engines. AI-generated content or content focused solely on ranking was targeted. The biggest takeaway I see here that Google AI Overview feels really different because previously Google was focused on quality of the content and was rewarding high quality content creators. Now it feels like a pivot point for them and they are trying to improve user experience here, just giving answer instead of giving links and all of the websites that providing those answers. But does it mean that Google is prioritizing AI over humans? And short answer is no. Google official stands that they don't care about how content was created as long as it's high quality, helpful, and original. And also they have a set of principles, EEAT, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, or demonstrate your expertise in your niche, build trust with your audience. So this means that yes, some AI-generated websites or articles can get some rankings, but they will not be able to maintain a high ranking and be on top of of the search results or be mentioned in this Google AI overview. But also it is worth mentioning that Google don't care if this content written by AI, so still website should have some high rankings, and as long as you keep your rankings high, your content will be on top of the search page. Now let's talk about Google's competitors, and this is my favorite topic, by the way. I've noticed a few interesting trends and I'm going to share them with you. So first of all, DuckDuckGo and Bing have seen a slight increase in users, particularly with its integration of AI feature. That's very interesting. I'm not a user of both, but yeah, very interesting trend. Next trend is younger generation or Gen Z tend to use TikTok and social search as their search engine. I've never tried it probably, but this is very interesting trend. I don't think it will kill Google, but this is one of these small drops in this bucket. And third trend, I like it the most, Perplexity and all of the other search AI-powered search engines. And a few probably weeks ago, ChatGPT released its search feature so everybody can use it. But I personally use Perplexity for 80% of my searches. It covers almost everything, especially with DeepSeeker 1 integration. It works even better. So I'm not seeing any point of using Google search. And yeah, please share in the comment what search engine do you use. Are you still using Google, or did you try to use Perplexity, for example? This will be very interesting. So yeah, please share. And I think what we all seen right now, it's a pivotal moment for Google. I don't think it will happen overnight or within this year, but I think this year Google will start losing their market share, especially with all of these lawsuits, antitrust trials they have. This will be very challenging year for them. And what this means for businesses and for marketers. And first of all, if your business heavily relies on organic traffic, you should pay attention. And first of all, you should assess the impact and check search and organic traffic dynamic. And if you see a decline, or if you don't see a decline, but still SEO is not dead, you should take a look on Google's EEAT, like whatever framework, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Check all of the guidelines and tailor your content to demonstrate a real experience in your niche. So SEO is still important, but needs to be done slightly differently. For all of the marketers impacted and businesses impacted, I would recommend focusing on other strategies. And there are a lot of them actually: social media marketing, email marketing, content marketing, influencer marketing, of course, paid advertising. Also, there is an opinion that paid advertising is becoming the only reliable source of traffic right now. And actually, this is partially true, because if marketer is losing organic traffic, yes, paid traffic will be more important, but you should focus on other traffic sources, especially content. Content is the best traffic source ever existed. And the same with email marketing, which becomes more and more popular. Also influencer marketing, and for sure paid ads that support all of the other marketing activities. But could this be the beginning of Google's downfall? I think yes, and there are some early signs of that. Anecdotal evidence and some survey says that trust is declining. There are a lot of concerns about privacy, data collection, and updates like this Google AI overview. These are all warning signs for Google. I don't see a huge changes this year, but I think it just starts of this process. And especially considering Google antitrust trial and all of the monopoly investigations that could lead to company breakup. So this will be interesting year for us, and probably very challenging year for Google, because it's hard to compete with all of the new competitors like Perplexity. It's hard to maintain its higher share and monopoly. So we'll see. But what happens next? And we all see very interesting situation, because Google is releasing its update. Search is changing, and competitors like Perplexity takes more and more market share. And these all mean that publishers who publish their content on like website will lose their monetization, and they will have to move to social media probably, because all of the studies and reports says that only older generation tend to consume, for example, news from websites, and younger generation tend to use TikTok and social media platforms as their source of information. This means that Web 2.0, as we know, will not exist or will be not so popular as previously, because people are moving to social apps and the biggest news outlets are starting their email newsletters, paid versions, etc., because the current model doesn't really work. And Google's update is one of the drop in these buckets. So I think we'll see very interesting transformation of the internet, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. And if you want to be updated about all of the major updates about digital marketing trends, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and see you in the next video.